Lap 57, final lap, third place, in your hands, and then gone. Not taken, not stolen, thrown away.
Oh, Charles Leclerc spins! A spin on the opening lap, a spin on the final lap, and both times the drivers kept it out of the wall.
This is the story of a race Ferrari almost won, and exactly how they lost it in the space of 4 corners. But here's what nobody's asking. It didn't just cost him a podium. The stewards made it official. 20 seconds added to his race time after the checkered flag. Was Charles Leclerc's spin the real disaster, or just the moment that exposed everything Ferrari has been hiding all season? And why is Lewis Hamilton, a 7-time world champion, driving a damaged car, surviving on prayers, while his team tells him there's nothing they can do? Stay with me, because this Miami Grand Prix wasn't just a race, it was a confession. Let's go back to the very beginning. Lights out, Miami. 57 laps. Charles Leclerc launches off the line like a man possessed. He goes around the outside of Antonelli, clean, precise, aggressive. He takes the lead. He leads a Formula One Grand Prix in 2026. For a moment, everything Ferrari dreamed of looked real. But at that exact same second, on the other side of the grid, Lewis Hamilton's race was already over. Franco Colapinto made contact with Hamilton's Ferrari on lap 1. Hard contact. The floor, the side pod, gone. Ferrari came on the radio immediately. Damaged side pod and floor. Nothing we can do. Nothing we can do.
I think it was Franco that hit me and lost a lot of performance from there.
That sentence should haunt every person inside Maranello. Hamilton told the world what happened himself. I think it was Franco who hit me, and I lost a lot of performance from there. And yet, he wasn't pitted. He wasn't retired. He was sent out, lap after lap, managing a car that had lost, according to Sky Sports analyst Karun Chandok, 10 to 15 points of downforce every single lap. Think about that. Not once, not twice, 57 laps of a compromised Ferrari with cooling issues, balance issues, and an engine running so hot that Fred Vasseur would later confirm Hamilton had to manage his pace to protect the power unit. For Lewis Hamilton, Miami wasn't a race, it was survival. But that was just the start, because what was happening at the front of the race was a completely different kind of pain. Charles Leclerc led this race. He genuinely, legitimately led.
What was going on and where it went away from you today?
My mistake.
But the Ferrari SF26 has a problem.
Heading to turn 11. Oh, Charles Leclerc spins!
And it's not small. Every time a Mercedes or McLaren pulled the trigger on overtake mode, Ferrari had no answer. Leclerc himself explained it with brutal honesty.
Made to sweat for it, but held firm.
I knew it was going to be crucial to have overtake, and I knew our deployment out of turn 3 wasn't very good compared to the McLaren. He knew, Ferrari knew, the engineers knew, and the safety car, which should have been a reset, made everything worse. Fred Vasseur said it plainly after the race. When the safety car came in, the others used the overtake mode. We lost position, and from there, the race became much more difficult. So Ferrari had a car that couldn't match rivals on energy deployment. They had a strategy that handed track position to Mercedes, and they had Lewis Hamilton running a wounded car at the back of the points. But Charles Leclerc, he was still there, still fighting, still in third place. And that's what makes what happened next so painful. Lap 45, Leclerc is hunting Verstappen. Lap 47, he passes him. Verstappen fights back. Leclerc passes him again. He is in third place, 8 laps to go. The podium is right there. Then Oscar Piastri arrives. And this is where the SF26's deepest weakness was finally exposed. Leclerc reported understeer throughout the race. His tires were gone, his energy deployment was inferior, and facing a McLaren with fresh legs in the final stint, he had no tools left to defend. Piastri got past. Now, what Leclerc did next is the moment this story turns. Instead of protecting what he had, 4th place, 8 points, damage limitation, he tried to fight back. His words after the race, The idea was to let Oscar through for the overtake mode, because I wasn't strong enough in the second sector. There was no tire left. I needed the overtake mode. Then I made a mistake and managed turns 1, 2, and 3 poorly. He let Piastri through deliberately to charge the battery to attack again. It was the right instinct. It was bold. It was exactly the racing mentality Ferrari hired him for. And it ended in a wall. Spin, contact, suspension damage, corners cut, investigation announced. The stewards made it official. 20 seconds added to his race time after the checkered flag. In the car, Charles Leclerc was in tears. Footage confirms it. And when he finally spoke, there was no deflection, no team politics, no technical excuse. It's all on me, and I don't have much to add other than that. Very disappointed with my mistake. It shouldn't happen. In the space of 4 corners, I put a very strong race in the bin. That quote right there, that's the story. So what does Miami 2026 actually mean? For Charles Leclerc, he now sits 37 points behind championship leader Antonelli. 4 races in, the gap is already significant. And a potential steward's penalty from the corner cutting could make his final position even worse. For Lewis Hamilton, this was described by his own team principal as more of a survival race. A world champion, a Ferrari driver, surviving. That word should not exist in the same sentence as Lewis Hamilton's 2026 season. For Ferrari as a whole, Fred Vasseur said something after Miami that cuts through all the PR language. It is a package issue, not just the engine. We have to work on everything. Everything. Not one thing, not the deployment maps, not the tire strategy, everything. And the rear tire overheating problem? Vasseur confirmed it himself. We suffered too much from overheating, especially on the rear tire, and admitted they saw the same pattern the day before in qualifying. They knew. They raced anyway, and they paid the price. Meanwhile, Kimi Antonelli has now won 3 consecutive Grand Prix. He leads the championship. His Mercedes is faster, more efficient, and better on tires, and McLaren finished 1-2 in Miami. Ferrari is not fighting for the championship right now. Ferrari is fighting to understand their own car. So where does this go from here? Scenario 1. Ferrari finds the fix. The upgraded power unit arrives in the summer. Vasseur's words prove prophetic. We were able to lead for the first 15 to 17 laps, which means we can do it for longer. Leclerc resets, Hamilton recovers, and Ferrari becomes the late-season threat nobody saw coming. Scenario 2. The gap keeps growing. Antonelli wins in Canada, Russell wins in Spain, and by the summer break, Ferrari is no longer in the conversation, just like they weren't at Monza last year, when Verstappen was far behind and still came back. Vasseur referenced that himself, but coming back from 37 points requires a different car than the one they brought to Miami. Scenario 3. The real crisis isn't on track, it's inside the garage. Charles Leclerc on the radio, screaming, "Next time you make a decision, please speak with me. I am here as well." A driver who feels unheard, a team principal admitting a full package failure, and a 7-time champion reduced to nursing a broken car around a street circuit. That's not a performance problem, that's a culture problem. Can Ferrari actually fix this before the season escapes them? Or is Charles Leclerc already beginning to lose faith in the car and the team that was supposed to be his championship weapon? And the biggest question of all, Max Verstappen spun. Hamilton was damaged on lap 1. Leclerc crashed on the final lap. The chaos was everywhere, yet Antonelli stood calm at the top. Is this Antonelli's championship to lose, or Ferrari's to never find? One thing is certain, the next race won't just be about setup or strategy. It'll be about whether Ferrari can hold itself together. If you made it this far, you already know this season isn't about who's fastest, it's about who survives. So tell me, does Ferrari have what it takes? Or is Miami the moment the 2026 title race ended before it truly began?